All yours.
Hi. Come in and get situated. Hello, chat. How are y'all tonight? I'm excited to answer some questions for y'all. I'm doing great. Thank you. I do feel quite classy sometimes. You know, I'm in my very fabulous jammies that my husband got me. I don't know if y'all can see this, but makes me feel like a cat.
Feel free
Love
to,
it.
babe, feel free to, if you see any question in chat that you just want to respond to, you feel free to. It's okay. Can you guys hear her okay?
Can y'all hear me? My husband is really a big nerd in real life, yes. And I am okay that y'all stole him for the last 3 days. Go Eagles for sure.
No, thanks to the bits. Go Eagles.
You look great back there, by the way.
I'm hiding the big bags under my eyes, guys. I'm not trying to look cool, but the bags look really bad. Ask my wife.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
So I don't want you guys to look at me and think I'm like a zombie or something.
Yes.
Holy moly.
There's a lot. Whoa. I just lost a whole bunch of what I was looking at.
That's why I have the questions coming in Discord, because stuff like this. No Hammer just gifted 50 subs.
Thank you, Noel Hammer.
Ask the
I feel
question
special.
in Discord. Ask it in Discord. Thank you, Noel. Wow. Is that worth blowing a kiss to the camera? No, I was asking about for me. Is it worth it for me to blow a kiss?
Oh, absolutely. I thought they wanted a kiss from me. Well, they got a kiss from both of us.
Be careful. Just trying to.
Oh, sorry.
It's sensitive. Yeah, you're okay. I'm just trying to keep it out of view of your face.
That's appreciative.
Seriously, thank you, Noel. We got a question.
Okay.
Here. How did you two meet? You can give the short version because you've answered this before.
I have. We met through mutual acquaintances at a bar in San Antonio where we have not been back. So, my student teacher was friends with a friend of his from Corpus, and we were avoiding a party of old men because I attract them everywhere I go. And so we left and we went to join this friend of a friend at a different bar, and he was there. And he got me a chair, and then he made me sit next to him. It was wonderful. It was awesome.
That was quite frankly. This next one, that is an actual legitimate question. If you give me a troll question here, I'm not going to answer it. It's a stupid question, but the question was, how does it feel like being married to a beer? Exactly. All right.
Okay.
What is more challenging, morning Jimbles or evening Jimbles?
Is this a morning Jimbles where I would need him to get up and do something? Because that could be a challenge. Evening Jimbles can also be a challenge if I'm trying to go to sleep. Sometimes that can be challenging. He can be quite noisy, clunky sometimes.
Yes.
And lights wake me up, and his phone light sometimes will wake me. So. But I guess if I had to pick a worse one, it would be morning. Sometimes he wakes up hangry.
Yes, hangry. I get hungry. Really. I gotta eat pretty soon. Next question. What are your favorite video games to play with Jimbles? Or what is your favorite ones you've played with?
I enjoy Jackbox games with the fam. We like to do it with play the games with our kid and my mom and my stepdad. So that's kind of fun. I like that a lot. We like to play some of the same types of games, but you don't really play them together. So like I like to play Oregon Trail and other stuff. Let's see. I can tell you one I'll never play again is Stratego. Stratego. I'll never play that one again. Mm-hmm. I'm done.
There's a desync audio video. Try refreshing your stream and see if that fixes it. Let's see here. Next question is, we've been married 15 years. Is desynced on yours? Hang on a second. Let me refresh this. You're good. Activate. How's that? Oh yeah, I see it is a little desynced. I think it's the camera that I'm using. Hang on. That is so weird. Properties. Test. What is it? Good? No? Yes, no? Same, it's good enough, don't worry about it. I don't know why it's desynced. Maybe because the computer's been on for days.
It's very possible.
Whatever. Alright, sorry about that. Alright, your next question.
Okay, I'm listening.
What were your concerns with Jimble streaming this much, and was he receptive and understanding about them?
My only concerns were his being tired, but he did get some sleep in here on this really nice couch. And I know he'll have some time to catch back up, so I'm not really so worried about it. Otherwise, I was pretty excited for him. I felt like it's a pretty big deal, so I was glad to have him celebrate with y'all and do this marathoning thing. I couldn't do it, for sure.
Next question. This is. Can you be a little more specific, Ellie? Because that's kind of vague. Favorite memory? Memory of. That's from Ellie, our niece.
Okay. Favorite memory? I've got a great one for y'all. So when my husband and I first met, I had my house and all of my friends would come down where we live. There's lots of opportunities to do fun stuff, like go to the river. So we would float the river. And I got my husband involved in floating with us. And as a native of this area, I've been floating that river for a very long time. So I know where all the bad spots to get into are, like when you want to lift up so that you float right over some of the rapids, or when you want to veer to the right or the left so you don't get trapped in like the whirlpool sections. And we went down one time together. It was one of the first times, I think, that I took him down, but I was telling him what to do and he was busy drinking a beer, and he ended up in a whirlpool. So I had to get out of my tube and swim over to him and then pull him back to where he could get back in the current to go forward. And he took out a disposable camera and took my picture. So we actually have a capture of that moment where I am paddling, swimming him back into the current as he is holding a beer in front of me. It's quite great. But I
didn't
do
lose my beer though.
He did not lose his beer.
I didn't. A lot of people flip out. I have great balance, so I was able to maintain. Unfortunately, I didn't like position myself to be in the correct part to not get dragged into the whirlpool. So,
and there's something fierce.
Yeah.
And you can't get out and stand. It's deep enough to be swimming in some of those areas.
Mm-hmm.
So I do think that is still by far one of my favorite funny memories. It's good to share.
Wow, Quip. I don't even know what to say to that. Quip arc? You see on the screen? Scroll up, buddy.
Up. Oh, wow. Oh my. Is that like...
It's not Monopoly money.
Oh. Holy moly. Thank you very much. That's amazing.
I guess that will go toward something good. I'm too tired to think of right now, Quip art, but beyond generous.
That is amazing.
I don't even know what to say.
More Frankie Pokemon cards. Definitely he's going to get some Pokemon cards after this.
Yep, he's going to the shop this week.
A date night.
That'd be one hell of a date night.
It would be. It would be fantastic.
Oh, yeah.
Could we do it here? In my jammies?
I mean, if that's... that'd be the cheap version. Get a really expensive bottle of champagne. So, thank you, Quip.
Yes, thank you so much.
What next question is why? This is more of a why are you so passionate about teaching? Encourage her back. What is your? You're gonna get. Don't get her. I'm gonna give you to answer. I want you to try and keep this to 2 minutes or less.
Okay.
I know this is a dangerous question to ask.
For sure.
Because she is extremely passionate about teaching. So I'm giving her a cap of 2 minutes. Why you're passionate about teaching, and go.
Okay. So to begin, when I was a kid, I always wanted I had this insane desire to change the world. I know it's cliche and a little cheesy, but it is still the truth. And I started off in engineering and wanted to try and find ways to help the environment. And I just didn't really find my people there. And so I got into teaching because I can change the world in a different way. I love it because every year is different. The challenges are different every year. The kids are different. And I really love public education. I'm super passionate about public education and differentiating for kids with all different types of needs. And I kind of fight for that pretty hardcore in my district as it is. I always want to be a voice for the next generation. So I think that's pretty much sums it up.
She's been awarded Teacher of the Year multiple times. Her scores are not only the best in the school district, but they're some of the best in the entire nation. She's pretty humble. She's a really... Everyone thought I was a good teacher, and I was a good teacher. My wife is a master teacher. She was made to teach. She's that good. And
it is my craft.
So she knows. I am very fortunate to be married to her for a ton of reasons. One also is that she is such a gift when it comes to understanding children and youth, and that's not something a lot of people have. And that's helped me as a father, as when I used to be an educator and coach. A lot of the tips that I applied successfully in my own career teaching and coaching came from my wife.
I really don't think you can get complacent in my career path, so I also really like that. And I know my husband mentioned Teacher of the Year, but actually what I'm most proud of is this thing that they do for teachers where they have a dinner. And the top 10 students of the graduating class get to invite a teacher, and I've been invited. So that's pretty fabulous. Because like I said, it's really about inspiring the kids. So I love that.
Okay.
And I teach algebra, 8th grade math. My favorite is algebra. And that's really what I'm the most good at.
I have to read this message because it was from Quip Park's massive tip of $5. Thank you for building such a great community. Sorry, burp. Retry. Thank you for building such a great community. You impact a number of people, so thank you. Also, always paddle left out of whirlpools. Listen, you don't need to paddle left out of the whirlpool as long as you got a hot babe to come swim there, grab it, and pull you out so you can keep sipping your beer.
I was paddling left. I'm just telling you.
You don't have to because, anyway.
And I just want to say one thing. I'm really excited about next week teaching. My students wrote their own systems test for algebra. They came up with some of the most clever stuff. I mean, it was amazing. Now, some of them are really not safe for school, although I'm keeping them forever. They're amazing. So I'm excited for this week.
Let's see here. What was the first video game you ever played? Do you remember? Like, ever?
I am almost positive it was Pong.
Pong.
Like,
yeah,
on an Atari with the two and is that the one with the ball that went back and forth?
Yeah.
That's the one.
Okay.
I played that. I remember my sister playing it, and I played it somewhere with her. I have no idea where we were. But that was the first time I had seen anything like that, and I thought it was so cool, and I was terrible. But I would have been really little because my sister was pretty young.
Yeah. Next question. Are you happy to have, kind of answered this in the last one, but you might have, are you happy to have Jimbles streaming outside the house now? Is it easier to sleep at night?
Absolutely. Absolutely, without a doubt. I much prefer him streaming in here. I sleep great now. No giant noises to jump startle me in the middle of the night.
Yes.
So.
Do you ever randomly go on chat just to troll Jimbles?
Not lately. Early on I did, but not really anymore. And I don't really troll him either, just in general. That's not like my personality type, so. But I don't mind when other people do it.
This question, I guess it's related to this long marathon stream.
Okay.
More or less. Do you have any resemblance that Jimbles is unemployed and streaming all day?
Absolutely not. He's making money and doing something he really likes right now, and it's giving him the opportunity to find something he wants to do, like not looking for just any job, but a job that he really is a good fit for him. I love that he's home now during the day, even though it's a little bit hard that my pup likes to spend all day with him.
Yeah, Han's in here a lot, and so we've gotten really, he's gotten really bonded with me in the last few months.
They have, but I'm also really glad for that because he's an older dog and I just want him to be around for as long as possible. So if it means that my husband needs to be at home during the day and hang out with him, then so be it.
Yeah, I'm actually, you can't see it, but he's got a permanent dog bed in here because he started coming in here so much.
I went and bought him one.
I felt bad that he was going to be on the carpet, so Kristen got him a new dog bed for in here, a nice soft one that he loves.
He does. He loves it. He comes right in for it. He knows. And he knows when he's supposed to go. It's been weird because he keeps kind of trying to come over here because it's been a few days since he's been in the shed. And he's kind of anxious about what he's supposed to be doing, which is kind of funny too.
But when you're home, he doesn't mind as much.
No, he just follows me. Although earlier he kept trying to get me to take him to go see my mom for treats. Like he literally kept nudging me and I'd walk back with him and he was trying to go to my mom.
And yes, for those of you just joining, we do have a little bit of audio video desync. It's because I haven't used this camera for this purpose in a while and the stream's been going for over 2 days and I think it just needs to reboot my computer more than likely. So I apologize for that, but it is what it is. Let's see here. Can you tell when Jimbles needs to stream before he knows?
I can kind of tell, okay, this is kind of weird, but not necessarily when he needs to, but sometimes I feel I can tell if he's going to want to, or if I feel like it's going to be, like it's predictive. He'll ask me the same question and he'll say, what are your plans tonight? Like he's feeling out what I want to do. And then
not always.
No, but I mean, if you want to,
that will always be a first question.
Correct.
Because I want to make sure you don't have any particular plans.
The truth is, if he's streaming and it's not a planned night, he has always already asked my, not permission, but tried to see if there was anything that I had really big plans. I kind of wear out of energy pretty early. And so I also need some alone downtime to watch really terrible, terrible things about murders.
See,
but I need some time to like zone out of everything. And so I know I've said this before, but I really appreciate the community being there for my husband in a way that I cannot always be there for him.
Yeah, her social battery doesn't allow her to be able to jib-jab with me some days, especially after a work day, because she's drained from teaching all day. So she's like, any talk or discussion with me, it's usually doesn't go very far after a long day of work.
Right.
You know,
I'm kind of just out. And then I'm tired and I sit down and I'm done. So it's beneficial to me. And since I am so passionate about my job, that means that when I'm there, I'm really doing it, you know? Like even when I teach my lessons, after I do the notes, I sit with a group and I do small group teaching for the rest of the class period with them. So I'm pretty tired when I get home.
Next question. This one comes from, is there anything in chat you need to respond to, or have you been able to keep up?
Actually, I hadn't really. Thank you. I do appreciate y'all noticing what support my husband has. And I feel supported also.
There would not be a middle extreme without this person in the chair right here. Without a doubt.
But I also feel like y'all support me and my husband wanting to do this. So I feel like we both feel support from y'all. And I support each other. So it's great.
Would you like to say thanks to Space Red?
Oh, awesome. Thank you, Space Rab. 3 months. That's a lot, right?
That's good. Yeah.
That's pretty awesome.
I just have the alerts. They should be muted, but you should be able to see them. Are they muted, guys? Are they muted? I think they're muted.
I was trying to read what Hammershot said. I hear that worked retail for almost 30 years. I don't think I could do that. Retail. I couldn't do retail. I'm pretty sure I would be bad at that because people would want opinions on things, and I'm not really good about keeping my face correct to make a sale. So if I need you to buy something, I don't know if I could be nice if you're like, should I buy this? And I think it's no, I'd probably tell you no.
Well, your next question is, what is your favorite type of grub food.
Junk food. Junk food for sure. I love to try new and weird flavored chips. I don't know. Doritos has had some good ones lately and some bad ones. I just had a tangy ranch Dorito. I didn't care for that at all. And I had some Korean barbecue chips today that weren't bad, flavor wise. So I like a lot of junk.
Big
which
Red.
is, Big Red, Coke, well, cherry Coke, Ices. Ooh, I love a good icy. That's for sure.
Pickles.
Mm-hmm.
How do you eat your pizza?
With no mozzarella.
Peels off all the toppings and then peels off all the cheese and then puts the toppings back on the crust, but on the that she wants.
So then I just have the pizza and like the pepperoni and I love cheese. Don't get me wrong. I will eat cheese that most people will not eat. I just don't like that one cheese very
I've never met anyone else that eats their pizza like that. You know?
It is kind of like just pizza bread.
Thank you, Grebner, for the 1,000 bits and the kind words. Appreciate
I missed that.
So
Sorry.
anytime you see the little thing around bracketed, you see
the
cheered
purple
bits.
Okay.
And then there's an animation, and then they said they cheered 1,000 bits.
Nice, thank you.
There you
go. I'm catching on.
There you go. You got it. You're doing
Congrats
great.
To me.
You're doing great.
Getting it.
You're doing awesome. Honestly,
I am a monster. I'm sorry. I'm not a monster.
Can I just take a nap?
No. I have to. No.
Okay. All right. We'll keep it going. Let's see here. What is something that Jimbles does that you love, but he doesn't know about it?
Okay. So I'm trying to think of some things that y'all might not notice or not know about him also. Okay. Well, I don't know that he doesn't. I know he knows he does this, but I don't know that he knows that I love that he does this. If that makes sense. I hit the microphone again. Sorry. Okay. So in the mornings when I get up to go to work, and my husband stays in the bed, without fail, when I leave, the dog and my husband shift into the cutest position where my husband like spoons the dog and the dog just loves it. And I love that. It is something I really love. I like seeing that before I go to work. I feel like they're all snuggled in bed.
Yeah, he's a snuggler. Like usually.
And it's like a big snuggle. Like it's not like a little snuggle. It's like arm over, leg over, and the dog wants it. It's not just my husband. Like the dog will nudge him. Yeah, and so it's just so cute. I just love to see it.
He basically he gets his back like up to me, and then like in my tiredness, I just kind of roll over onto him.
And that's what he wants.
That's it. And I pass out, you know? There it is. It's a big, yeah. I'm the big spoon, yes. It's all fine information. Answered grade, subject, 8th grade algebra. Not going to do that one. If you had the aux, what would be the first song you would put on?
Any song?
Any song. You got like, someone hands you the aux cord in a vehicle, says play a song. What are you playing?
Oh, depends where I'm going. If it's to work, it's going to be some sort of really loud rap music. Maybe Snoop or Bone Thugs or possibly Fat Joe or Lotto.
Coolio.
My kid's into Coolio right now, so we have to drive to my middle school playing Gangster's Paradise. The irony there is Well, he's never seen the movie, so he doesn't get it at all. He's just jamming.
He just sings the song.
He found that one on his own, though.
That's the one I did show it in. I put it in Discord and I tweeted that video that I sent you.
Oh, okay.
That secret video.
Yes.
I cannot wait till he starts dating in several years, and I'm gonna have that like queued up. Oh, I love it.
Yes. So it's great. So that's really a big one for me. And then if I'm trying to chill, it'd be like Fleetwood Mac, Tom Petty. Just depends the mood I'm in. And then I have my favorite category on my phone that makes me feel good all the time, and that's men who sing with high-pitched voices.
This question's kind of funny.
So
that was from Ellie, by the way.
Okay.
This one, do you find that your time together is more precious when Jimbles finishes his streams?
like when you're going to bed?
That's why I'm laughing. I usually finish my 99 times out of 100. I'm finishing a stream. She's asleep.
That's correct. So I miss all of that.
When I was in bed like before midnight, she was like, "This is weird."
I did. I said that out loud.
Yeah. It was Friday night. I'm going in to bed because I finished. I was like, "All right, I'm gonna do a short stream." I did, so I get a good night's sleep. And I was going to bed. It's like, well, that's odd.
It was weird because normally, he's not in there. I get all settled and he was already in the bed. And I was like, well, even the dog didn't know what to do. He like waited at the foot of the bed on his ottoman. He was like, this is the thing. We're doing this, huh? So.
Next question. All right. What is your favorite TV murder show? And has it given you any ideas?
Okay. There's so many good ones. I really like, I'll watch any Dateline. I will just tell you right now. That's been a thing since I was younger. As far as like crime shows, my favorite is Law and Order SVU. But that one's really not murders. It's just, other. I do like regular Law and Order, but if we're talking the nitty gritty, I like 48 Hours a lot. Snapped is good. And as for ideas, no, I want to keep him around. So I'm pretty good with that.
Next question.
Informative murder porn. Yes.
Mm-hmm. Next question is, has there been any game you wanted to I guess play with Jimbles but never had a chance?
I guess the only thing that I really feel like I missed out on was we played Red Dead. Well, he played, I watched through most of Red Dead.
But that was before I was a streamer.
Correct.
Yeah. She actually, before I was streaming on Twitch, she watched almost my entire playthrough of Red Dead because she was into that.
Right. And so I did not do the sequel.
Yeah. You would have liked the sequel.
I think I would have because I liked the first one.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Good question.
That was a great question. Oh, First 48 is also good. I do like that one.
You can keep this to 30 seconds. I'm capping my wife to 30 seconds on this question. I'm not going to mute her on this, but she feels very strongly, and I don't want to get all wrapped up in a question that's going to get her fired up. Okay, so you have a 30-second time limit on your response to this question. Okay. From Hans Gutentag, what is your opinion on standardized testing?
Ooh. Okay. We pay too much for it in our state. There's better use for the funds. And while I do believe we need to have standards, I don't think some crappy test that's written above grade level that we spent too much money on is the answer.
Good. There it is. All right. Here's your answer.
Can I answer this
Yeah.
about my hair swoop?
Yeah.
Okay, so let me just tell you, it's actually really easy, but it's best done with wet hair. I have really long hair, but you could do it with any length hair. And I just take my front part that would be like what you'd have bangs with, and I twist it over and push it forward and pin it. That's all it is. It's just a loop that I've pinned forward. But I do like to wear my hair like this.
You're like a magnet to the microphone. I love it. I love it.
I'm sorry.
No, it's funny. It's cute.
It's just like right in the way of
you're
my
very
arm.
expressive with your hand.
We should have planned for that.
I'm sorry. Would it help if I moved it down a little?
No, I think that would actually make it worse.
Okay. Is that better?
Yeah, that'd probably be better.
Okay.
So if I move my arms,
Might save you a little bit.
Yes.
Okay. So will we hear you tell her the embarrassing boner story now? Sure, I can tell that in a second after you answer this question. This is from Geeks versus Geeks. What would be your dream vacation to go on with Jimbles?
ooh, somewhere really hot and beachy with lots of sand, but really hot. It would be my dream, right? Okay, yeah, it would be somewhere really, really hot and beachy, maybe Barbados or Portugal. I know that's not also hot and beachy, but I was just thinking we could also go to Portugal. That would be fun. But definitely with water and sand. I love sand. I love that it gets everywhere.
Well, to be fair, her favorite character is Anakin Skywalker, so that is kind of a weird juxtaposition there. But
yes, Portugal is hot and beachy, and they are nice. But I wouldn't just want to go to the beaches there, is what I meant. That would be for another reason.
Okay, very good. Here's the embarrassing boner story I said I would tell with you in here. So when I was in middle school, back in the day before, like, they basically took out all the things that hurt kids in PE and stuff and took it out, right?
Uh-huh.
So when I was in PE in junior high, we had the ropes that went up to the top of the gym.
Right, yeah.
And so it was a race, like we were doing like a relay race.
To get to the top?
To get to the top, touch the thing, and then get back down. Well, when I went and touched it on top, I wrapped my legs around, went back down, but I was like in 7th grade, and the friction from the rope was like rubbing up against the front of me. And so when I got down and I'm like sprinting, I don't even realize this at the time, but I start sprinting like full speed, and I've got like shorts on, and we have to like, it's like a t-shirt that goes with it. It's like a uniform. And it's like tucked in, like wearing it. It's, you know, and so I had a little rope friction up against me, and then next thing you know, I'm sprinting, and then these kids are like pointing and laughing at me. And then I look down and I realize I'm running full speed, like to get back to my line to like tag hands. And I'm full mast, man, just boner out.
Oh my.
So that was probably my most embarrassing boner moment I've ever had in my entire life. When I was in 7th grade. So.
Well, you know, sometimes things like that happen. I'm glad they don't happen to me.
Yes.
I mean, that I can't be called out for things like that. I've done other really embarrassing things, for sure. For sure. I've done some really embarrassing things.
Quite frankly, Androcles, thank you guys for the bits and the love.
Yes, thank you for the bits.
All right, here's your next question. This one's from Ben.
Okay.
Ben asks, of all the places you traveled, what was your favorite destination and activity on that trip?
Okay, I think my favorite thing that we have done. Ooh, that's hard. We've had some good trips with a lot of really incredible times.
It's hard to narrow it down to just one.
I'll just do my most recent because that'll make it
That's
easier.
fair. Yeah.
When we went to Wales, my dad took us to where the house that he grew up in was, and we walked from there the same way he walked to go to his school, and we went to where he went to school, and then we kept walking, and he took us to the park where he played as a kid, and some of that hadn't changed, and it was phenomenal. And the whole way I was recording my dad as he was talking about stuff that he remembered, so it was pretty neat. And there was this department store, but not a department store, more like I don't know what it would be like, but you know, a clothing store that they have over there that was still open from when my dad was a kid. And my grandpa had sent him a present, but he didn't have anywhere to put it out to play with because it was always raining. And so they let him put it in their storefront window. And my dad used to play in that store, and it was still open. So it was really neat. That was a really amazing travel moment. For reals.
Okay. There you go. Let's see here. Next question. Thank you, Ben. From Cathanius, family vacation, the great outdoors, or theme park? What theme park?
Yeah, because you're going to get me on theme park. I hit it again. I'm going to go with theme park.
Do you know where we go?
Yeah, I'd want to go to Disney.
You want to go to the Star Wars thing?
I do.
I don't want to go to the hotel, but it's like $6,000 or something. It'd actually be like $7,000 for us.
That'd be so much.
It's insane.
But I do really want to go, and I want to dress.
Yeah, have like a different Star Wars outfit every day.
Yes.
But like normal people can't afford that. Like seriously, like who can afford to spend 2 days and spend over $7,000?
Not us.
And it's not all. It's not even all expenses paid either. Like you have to pay for food and drink, I think, there too.
Yeah, I think it's all pretty expensive. But I did have a kid who went, and he said it was amazing. And he brought me back some cool souvenirs. So I'll live vicariously through that experience for now.
Also, Pestilence, thank you for gifting that sub.
Oh, yes.
Appreciate you. And I appreciate the bits earlier as well, guys. Thank you both. Let's see here.
Yeah, I don't think all inclusive is in the Disney vocab, and everything is marked up like crazy.
Yeah. I want to go. It's literally prohibitively expensive, I think, you know. I think for a family of 3 to have to pay over $6,000 just for that 2 days is crazy.
It is. It is absolutely. Good night.
Good night, geeks. Thanks for the kind words, homie. What was your reaction when Jimbles beat Tyson?
Oh, I was very excited for him. I felt like it was coming because there'd been some buildup of games where he'd gotten close. And so when I got to watch it on replay, I knew he was going to win, but at the same time, I was on pins and needles anyway, because I know he tried for so long. So I was very excited. I'm still pretty excited for him.
Let's see. What are your favorite Lego builds? Space, city, other, etc.
Oh, that's hard. I've forced our son into being into Legos so that I can continue to build Lego sets. My favorite to look at are anything that's like got a house or little bitty miniature things that you build with the Legos. Some of my favorites are a Spider-Man one that's like his apartment on one side. I don't remember what's on the other. I can't think of it right now. But I really like that one. I built Arkham Asylum. That was really fun. But Frankie, that one's broken now. And Frankie, for my birthday, got me a Winnie the Pooh one that I'm going to put together. But I pretty much will put them all together. My least favorite are ships. I really don't enjoy those that much. They're just not as much fun for me, but I've built a lot of them. I'll still build one. I mean, don't get me wrong.
Okay.
But I like buildings.
Let's see. Next question. What? I'm gonna skip that one. Courager Knight. Not a question. A compliment from Smelly Fisherman to you. Smelly, who's one of the mods here, says, "GG on building the coolest stream shack, Mrs. Jimbles."
Thank you. I do appreciate that. I also love that I got to do something for my husband that he really enjoys. And I got to build stuff. I miss tools and having a garage space.
She loves building shit, man.
I just don't have anywhere to do it right now. My stepdad is a hoverer. And while he knows I know how to use tools, he's always asking me what I'm going to do with them.
Mm-hmm.
And that drives me absolutely insane. I don't like hovering. I really don't. My husband doesn't hover. He knows better. I'll get it figured out, and if I need your help, I'll ask you for it. Otherwise, I'm good. And I don't have a space for that here, so
yeah.
I really want one though. I'd like a shed of my own, but with tools, power tools, and electricity and lights. And possibly a big fan.
Yes. Yes. Next question. Best gift you've received as a teacher?
Oh, that's really hard. It's a really simple one, I guess. I guess I'll go with my favorite. And I wear it every day. I even have it on right now. It's just this little brass band. And it's engraved with my name, and it says who it's from on the inside, and it says teach, love, inspire, or it's engraved with that. I don't know. So I guess that one. But I did get a really great present this year. One of my students got me a second set of these jammies, and that was really awesome also.
Rusty, he is inside the house, not in the shed where Frankie is.
That's correct. He's inside.
Pestilence, I did beat Tyson later by TKO. So, answer that. That's it. We finished the questions. We've got. So, if you have any other last chance, because it's been about an hour as agreed upon, and I think. Go ahead, honey.
I was just going to say, Sono Champ, that my student, it's a girl who bought them for me, and she was trying to fill my bucket because I had kind of a bad week. And she is one of the most lovely, lovely young ladies I know. So she's got a really great heart, and she just wanted to make me feel good. And yes, Grouch, I am more handy than my husband.
Like a million.
Even times when I'm sleeping.
Yeah. Unless it has to do with electronics.
Yeah, then I'm out.
I got electronics, you know.
But if it involves tools and building stuff, or, well, pretty much taking things apart, I'm on it. So thank you all for having me. It was great.
Courager Knight, thank you
for the
hot bomb, sub bomb.
Yes, thank you. That one I caught.
You did. Hey, good job. Excellent.
Bye, Ellie.
Anything else you want to say to the chat, or are you good?
Just thanks for continually supporting our family. Once he gets to 5,000 subs, he has to make you a she shed. I don't need him to make me a she shed. I just need to have my own. I want to make it, but he could definitely give me some funds for that.
Yes.
Oh, and look, the Eagles will be back next year.
They will.
Just saying.
I know you don't experience this that much. We just got rated.
Okay. Awesome.
And I know Raiders were a little out of sync. This is kind of a the end of a segment from this massive stream celebrating 8 years. Thank you, Kiwi, for the raid.
Yes, thank you, thank you.
An AMA with my wife for an hour, and it was awesome. And thank you guys for the raid. I will be back to the beer form in just a few minutes, but I gotta say goodnight to her, smooches, and all that fun stuff. So we're gonna take a short break, and smooch. They want to see a smooch, probably. You want tongue?
No.
Love you.
Y'all have a great night.
All right, homies. Give me a minute so I can switch back into beer form. It shouldn't take me too long. And then once I do that, then I can get us going again. Okie doke. I promise it shouldn't take too long. Let me fix. Hold on. I gotta fix my microphone. Microphone. All right. How's that? Good? All right. Woo. Damn. Well, that was fun. Did you guys enjoy that? Or was it too cringe? Too cringe for you guys to handle. It's lovely. Love the Q&A. So thank you guys. Well, get back on here. Yeah. I'll make sure if you missed, or I'm gonna highlight it. I'm gonna put it on YouTube and whatnot. It's the second time she's come on in the last year, and she's always a pleasure. Thank you guys for everything during that section. The ridiculous tips, the ridiculous gifted subs. I am a lucky son bitch, man. Always cool when the missus visits. Hell yeah. No, you're right. Oh, GG. Get back to playing games, streamer. Dance, streamer, dance. Dance, streamer. Oh, God. Anyway. Kiwi, thank you again for the raid. I am celebrating 8 years on Twitch. Yes, we've been streaming for nearly 60 hours. I only have 3 hours left to go. That's it. 3 hours left. Home stretch. And that's it. So we got this. That has been an awesome week, Encourager Night. I agree with you, yeah. I already knew. I knew chat would behave. I already said if you guys hit 4,000, I'm just going to stop the timer. And I'll be back whenever I feel like it.